We need to do better. And this doing better is not about being wealthy. Life is about struggle and triumph. Struggle and triumph. I mean, we're born crying, live grumbling, and die unsatisfied. So when I say we need to do better, I don't mean that you should have all the dots ticked, but I mean provide stability for your children, especially if you were born in the 90s and late 80s, and you know the challenges of polygamy, of children having several families, of children lacking stability, relative stability in the formative years of their lives. You don't have to be educated to know this. You should just use your personal experience. As a millennial born in the 90s and late 80s, you should know we need to do better. That's my lesson from the debacle, the paternity issues surrounding the late Paul Kafeero and his children. We need to do better. There are things that are not comfortable to talk about because, they always say, you never know, but no, I believe at 35, without a child by choice, I can authoritatively say that we can do better. We can do better as millennials. The conditions into which we grew, you don't have to have been born and raised in a polygamous family to see this, but you lived in the 90s and 80s and saw how having polygamous families affects children, and so a lack of stability in the early years of growth as a child affects children. You are a living product of that era. So we need to do better. It's 2026. We should not be siring children everywhere like it's a trophy. We should not. There are things I never comment about because life is humbling. Life will humble you. Life will humble you. But there are things in this life that really you can control. You can control when you have a child. You can control with whom you have a child. You can control these things. We are a generation of informed parents and potential parents. We can do better. When I saw that, children in a meeting organized by the government, a whole government ministry, so they can sort their paternity issues. I mean, I understand Kafeero is a legend. Kafeero, the brand, is an institution, but that debacle is happening in our families, in these villages, in these towns we live in. It's happening even today. People in their 30s, people in their late 20s are having 3 women, are having 3 fathers for their children. It's not okay. If you're already in it, well, I'm sorry for you. The children are here. They ought to be loved. And I mean, we're all products of that era. Look at us. We turned out kinda just fine. But if you can help it and are not yet in a situation that, entangles you like that, give your children a childhood they can look back on with pride, stability, cohesion. Let life shock you with things you can't control, like disease, like sudden loss of a job, or maybe an economic recession in the world that affects money and the flow of opportunities. But the things you can control as a millennial and as a Gen Z, do it for the sake of the children you are bringing into this world. Control as a woman or as a man when you have a child, with whom you have a child, how often you have children. You can control this. That's my enduring lesson from this debacle. People fear to talk about these issues because you never know. But no, at 35, I've done this. I know when God blesses me with children, I'll be so grateful, and I hope I'll make a good parent. But I know I'll have the grace because I'm doing internship with people's children. But you see, it's that humility I approach parenthood with that I believe will carry me through that journey when it arrives. And you can never be too prepared. You can never have all the dots crossed out, but you can control some things. You can help some things. It's not okay what is happening with the children of the late Paul Kafeero is not okay. And it's not okay that it is still happening right now. That family is just a representative of what's going on in Uganda. Look around you. Look around you. We still have 4 children with different parents.